What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Niner Sickness coming to you live. Live. Where's my boy Eric at? There he is. There he is. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on, Beta? How's everybody doing today?
We are doing good, man. We have so much to talk about. So much to talk about. I cannot wait to talk some 49er football. What a game. What a game for us to play our backups the way we did. What a game indeed. How did you enjoy the game today, brother?
It was a great team effort. It started out kind of slow, but we took over especially with the time of possession. I think it was starting to get to the point where we were their team. If they'd had to play any longer, then it would have gotten even much more uglier. They just were on the field for a very long time.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I was very impressed today by a lot of players, both sides of the ball, offense and defense. I was very impressed by Diwali. Jordan Reed started to play well. Unfortunately, he had the little ankle knee combination injury. Hopefully, he's fine. Let's keep him in prayer. But Ross Dwally came in and played phenomenal, man. He played great. He bailed out Mr. Mullins out a few times. And on defense, man, I was very impressed by Hyder Jr. He was a disruptive machine out there, man. So there's so many good things to talk about, man. Most definitely, lot of things we can talk about, man. What should we bring up first?
Let's start with the defense because obviously we had a great offensive game. We'll have a lot more, and we're gonna spend a majority of this time talking about the offense. But I really want to get started on that defense with that front line. There was a lot of talk with Bosa being injured for the season, how this team should be written off, and how we shouldn't, how we should tank at this point after 2 games. And it's just like, no, our defensive front has been formidable. Even took an injury to that cornerback today with Emmanuel Mosley going out, um, and just a kudos out to Jason Verrett for going out and actually being able to play a game and played it well today. He was phenomenal.
Yeah, yes, he was. Yes, he was. There's so many things on defense that I like, man. Fred Warner, once again, playing like a madman out there, doing what he needs to do as a leader. Very impressed by him. I was worried when Mosley went out with a concussion. Dante Johnson came in, and I'm like, oh no, no. That was one of my greatest fears. And then he had that call for holding or pass interference, whatever it was, and I'm like, right on. What a way to start the game as he comes in. But I hate to admit, he after that he kind of held his own. Was that more of him, or was that the more lack of ability to pass the ball from Daniel Jones because of our pass rush, Eric?
I think it's the pass rush, definitely the pass rush. We were putting pressure on Daniel Jones all day, and I started to get worried when he started to escape the pocket and make plays on his feet in the running game. It kind of it seems to me that is, even with this blowout win, that's still an issue that we have to work on as a football team.
Yeah, I agree. Most definitely. Let me real quick acknowledge all of our viewers. Chantel, what's up? Yvonne, what's going on? Charles, how you doing, sir? Our boy, the Boston hater himself, is on the comments. Eddie Woods, what's going on, brother? Chemo, what's going on? James Collins, Eric P is in the house. Alfredo, what's going on, brother? How you doing, sir? Appreciate you guys watching our live after the game. Honestly, I did not expect the Niners to dominate time of possession on offense.
If I sit there and told you that we were going to throw for almost 400 yards and barely run the football and had that amount of time of possession, I'd be called crazy. But our running backs amazed us in the passing game more than they did in the running game. Yeah, they scored 3 touchdowns, but that's where a lot of it came today was through the passing game. A lot of open windows, and then the ability to get out in the open and make a defender miss.
Right on. I just want to acknowledge Eric Boss. How you doing, brother? On YouTube. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube, man. I much appreciate it. Real quick, before we go any further, and we have a lot to talk about, I just want to encourage all our viewers that are on Facebook page. I appreciate first and foremost that you're watching us on Facebook. Thank you. But we are striving to build our channel on YouTube. So I want to take a real quick commercial, as Mr. Boston Hater likes to call it. And I would like to encourage you guys and challenge you guys to go over to YouTube. If you're not already a follower on YouTube, go over to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube and hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and smash that like. Support us that way. I would love to see more people on YouTube than I do see on Facebook. Like right now, we have 7 on YouTube and 20 on Facebook. I would love to switch that around. So if you guys can support us by going to YouTube, we appreciate it. And just to let you know, when we decide to do giveaways, and we do that very often, very, very often, we give away jerseys, we give away masks, we give away patches. We're going to do it primarily on YouTube. So if you want to be someone that wins prizes and gets giveaways, you got to be watching us on YouTube. These prizes will not be given to those on Facebook because we're building. Now you might say, wait a minute, that's unfair. But since we're building YouTube, we're going to be doing some giveaways on YouTube. Okay, commercials over. Get back to our regular scheduled program. Before we move on to offense, bro, what else do you want to speak on defense that you felt that it was impressive?
The play from Javon Kinlaw is still...
Come on now.
Is still impressing me. He, you can't sit there and say, well, he's not getting sacks like Buck is, and no, he's doing exactly what we asked him to do. He got in, he's getting pressure, he's taking up men so our other players can get in. Look at that play from Fred Warner when he came in. Can you guess who blew up that big play there? Again, this week was Javon Kinlaw.
Yep, the Gamecock.
And then he got his hand, and if he didn't get there, he got his hands up, he swatted.
Yes.
And that was the high point of that game for me was like I said, that defensive front. It was without we still, even coming off the practice squad with some of our players, we still got there, which says a lot. Like before the season started, I said that it ain't going to be about having the best 55-man roster. It's going to basically having the best 80-man.
Yep.
Or 70. I'm sorry, my math was off a little bit, but
no, we knew what you meant though.
But and Kyle said it best. Those players a lot of those players are gonna get opportunities throughout this season as we continue to get better.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely a very well coached game plan today by Mr. Kyle Shanahan. But On defense, man, I love the pass rush. I know we're missing our top pass rusher, Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas, but what a way for Hyder to come in and put that pressure. Dion Jordan came in and was very. He recovered a fumble, had a sack today. Very impressed by him for stepping in. I understand these are not starters; these are backups, but for stepping in and doing their job when it's called for them to do was impressive. We were able to put pressure on Jones primarily the whole game. We disrupted him. And back to Kinlaw. You are absolutely... Did Eric freeze? Eric. Oh, he froze. Eric. Oh, I don't know what happened to Eric. I apologize for that. A little bit of technical difficulties. But we are back. We are back. Is everybody still seeing us? Or did I have a little bit of internet? I just want to, real quick, right off the back, I want to apologize. I've been having a little bit of internet issues. I'm getting it resolved. I called my provider. I call my provider, and they're going to come out and take a look at my. They're going to come out and take a look at my services to see what's going on. I've been getting a lot of slow speeds when it should be, so I apologize. So bear with me. Bear with the Niner Sickness podcast. I apologize for that. Eric, I apologize. Let's just go ahead and stay on the chat for now. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be long. I'm afraid that my internet is not pulling enough. When I'm running Ecamm, I'm running Restream, and then I'm running Skype. It is pulling too much from my bandwidth, and it's not giving enough take. I definitely got to get that resolved, and I will. Please stay tuned. I will get it resolved to the best of my ability soon. I apologize for any inconvenience. So, Eric, if you can just stay on the comments, brother, I appreciate it. I do apologize for the inconvenience, bro. I know you're everybody wants to take a look at you. You're a handsome fellow. But until I get my internet resolved, we're probably going to be best if I'm solo. They should come out on Monday and take a look at my internet. So not all of us get the opportunity to have great internet like Mr. Boston Hater. But you know he hacks his internet, so he steals that internet from his neighbors. No, just kidding. Yeah, man. So our defense was very, very impressive. I was very impressed with our defense. I was impressed with Hyder. I was impressed with Fred Warner. I was even impressed with Dion Jordan in our defense. They were able to continually put pressure on the quarterback. They were continually able to disrupt Daniel Jones. They got on his face. Like I was talking earlier with Eric, and Eric mentioned, when it comes to players like Javon Kinlaw, it's not always necessary that we need to have the sacks. The sacks will come. The sacks will come. Eventually. When you're a good player, they will come. But it is the amount of pressure that he's putting on the quarterback. It is the difference that he's making by putting pressure, disrupting the quarterback, and batting down balls. Javon Kinlaw is doing exactly what he needs to do, in my opinion. Martin Rodriguez, how you doing, brother? It seems when you add when you add a YouTube to the live, it start well. It's not really YouTube or Facebook. It's my internet bandwidth. I don't know. I don't know if there's a short in my bandwidth. I don't know what it is. I know it's the internet. I don't know particularly what is causing my internet to be slow. But I'm gonna have a technician come in and take a look at it, and hopefully we can get this resolved quickly in a timely manner. So when my boy Boston Hater, E-Man, and Florida Mike come on, we can enjoy a great show and not have to worry about technical difficulties. That means if I have to put on my big boy pants on and pay for a little bit more for service, then that's what I might have to do. What's up, Mike Kennedy? Yes, making the quarterback uncomfortable. That's the whole key. Putting pressure on the quarterback, making sure the quarterback does not feel comfortable in the pocket. If you can make the quarterback not feel comfortable in the pocket, then you're doing your job as a defensive player. What about that interception by Fred Warner? Beautiful play by Fred Warner. I loved it. I love that play by Fred Warner. It was amazing. It was awesome. I want to see that more from our players. Well, I'm running quite a few programs on my internet. Plus, my wife is probably doing her thing on the same internet. So, it's going to slow it down. So, but it apparently seems like you have a better internet than I do right now, Mr. E-Man. Thank you for pointing that out. Way to back me up. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Let's see here. What's up, Scott? Welcome to the Niner Sickness podcast. What do we do next? Mullins, you want to know what we do next, Scott? We play Jimmy Garoppolo. Listen, I was impressed by Mullins today. I was. Mullins played better in the second half of today's game. He was very, very impressive. But there will not be a no quarterback controversy in San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo is and will remain our starting quarterback. As long as he's healthy, he will start. If he's not, then we have Mullins. Mullins is what he is. He is a good backup. A backup that we can rely on to win games for us. But that's his place. It is Jimmy G, our starter. So, make sure I am clear on that. I think the interception was more of a dumb play call from the Giants. They should have ran the clock out and went into the locker room. Yeah, they were trying to be aggressive. They were trying to get some points on the board. And what they did is it backfired and they gave us some points on the board. The defense stepped it up today, and we need to keep it up. Absolutely, the defense stepped up. I was excited about Ayuk scoring his first touchdown. Yeah, we're going to get into that in a few minutes, Edwin. I was very impressed of Brandon Ayuk, for sure. Mullins was on point of the throws. I was shocked on some of those throws. Yeah, he He made some good throws, not setting his feet down properly. I was impressed. I was impressed by Nick Mullins. But don't be mistaken. As good as he played today, he is not at the caliber of Jimmy Garoppolo. What's up, Javier? We did it, Niner fam. Yes, we did. We left MetLife Field, that trashy field, with no major injuries. Maybe, it was the concussion to Manuel Mosley, and it was that injury to Jordan Reed. But overall, we escaped that ugly field, that ugly city, and now we're heading back to Santa Clara, California, with a 2-1 record. And for many of you who don't know, the Rams lost today. So they are also 2-1. How the tables turn. How the tables turn. Marina Martinez, how you doing, girl? Welcome to the Niner Sickness Podcast. Yesterday, I mentioned that I had a good feeling about today's game, and we got the dub. Yes, we did, Marina. You better have more of those feelings, girl, because we need more wins. Most definitely. Jimmy G is the man. Absolutely. Ismael Ortiz. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show, homie. Ayuk was good running his route and not doing too much after the catch. He will do great things in this offense. With the mastermind of Kyle Shanahan, the play calling, it's going to benefit Ayuk and Deebo Samuel as it has benefited Deebo Samuel. I cannot wait to see Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk on the field at the same time. Oh man, is that going to be fun to watch. Sarah says, I am so happy that the Niners won. Me as well, Sarah. Me as well. Who is back for next week? Kittle, Jimmy G, Deebo. If we can get those three back, will be massive for next week. We should. I don't see why we're not going to have Kittle, Jimmy G, and Deebo Samuel back. As long as there's no setbacks, those three gentlemen. Plus, we should have Drake Greenlaw back. We should have Raheem Mostert back next week. Let's pray, keep our fingers crossed, no setbacks. Without any setbacks, we should have all those guys back in the lineup against the Philadelphia Eagles at home. I had a feeling that the Niners will win, and they did. That's awesome, girl. That is awesome. Big Jason Gaming. What's up, brother? Let's go Niners. Kyle Shanahan built our team around the position, not the players. Don't matter who's on the field. Yeah, he can definitely utilize whatever players are on the field and put them in the best position to be the best versions of themselves. I completely agree. I still rather go with our starters. Definitely rather go with our starters. But Kyle Shanahan is such a genius that he will utilize whoever's on the field and put him in the position to play well. As long as these players execute the game plan, Kyle Shanahan will put him in a position to succeed, in my opinion. I was impressed with Wilson Jr. tonight. I was impressed with him too. Very impressed with him, Scott. I know Jimmy and Debo, but Kittle don't know yet. No, Kittle will be back. Personally, I think Kittle could have played today. I really do. I think they just kept Kittle off the field to give him an extra week, but Kittle should be fine. Debo, Brandon, Kittle, and if Reed ain't hurt, teams better watch out. Not only, listen, Javier, not only the people you mentioned on the comment, but what about Ross Dwally? What about Ross Dwally? He also had an impressive game. I was very impressed by Ross Dwally, the tight end, number 82. Having him on the field is going to be really, really nice as well. Hasty got his first NFL start. He did pretty good for what he had. Most definitely. I agree. I agree with your comment there, James. We had all around game because our backups has to be just as good as listen. Backups are backups. They're never going to take place of the starters, but when you surround yourself with great depth like we have, this gives kudos to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan for building a roster, not only a good roster with starters, but building a roster with depth behind it. So then we lose players as we have with Bosa, we have the hider. We have the Dion Jordans players coming in and doing their thing. We showed we got solid depth. Next man up, absolutely. By any chance, can you guys hear my birds in the background? I'm listening to my headset, but I don't know if you guys can hear them. Let me know if you guys can hear my birds in the background. Okay, I have to hold on. All right, hopefully that took care of the problem. Hopefully that took care of the problem. Let me know if you guys can still hear the birds in the background. What's the score, Martin? I think Sanu still has a massive part to play this season. He will help Debo and Ayuk become better players. I hope so. I hope so. Okay, everyone. We are going over to Kathy Sanchez's house to have enchiladas. Girl, why do you have to? I haven't even had breakfast yet. And you're mentioning enchiladas. The show is over. I'm getting in my car and heading over to Kathy's house. Oh, enjoy dinner, Kathy. Enjoy your dinner, girl. All right, let's see if you guys can hear the birds still. Let me know if you guys can still hear the birds or not. I appreciate it. Let me know now if you guys can still hear them. I was messing with my soundboard yesterday, and I have to reset it. Are you guys? You guys can still hear the birds? No more birds? Okay, perfect. Then I took care of the problem. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate your feedback. All right, I appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. So, moving along, I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna keep you guys on here too long. Moving on real quick. Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk was very, very impressive. I was impressed by Brandon Ayuk. He is getting better each week. Today, his number was called. His number was called again. And I like what I saw. I like what I saw in Brandon Ayuk. I hope that Kyle Shanahan continues to use him in an effective way. I hope he continues to use him more and more. I like what I saw in Brandon Ayuk. The kid is special. If he continues to play like that, he is definitely going to be worth that number one pick that we paid for him. Let's see what happens. I cannot wait to see Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel on the field at the same time. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to be able to watch him. Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne played pretty good today. I was impressed by Kendrick Bourne. He wasn't great, but he was solid. He was solid enough to be able to move the chains a few times. He had some great catches. Kendrick Bourne always impresses me each and every game. I was really impressed with number 11. That's what we were talking about, Brandon Ayuk, heading in the right direction. I agree 100%. I have been very impressed with him. He's heading in the right direction. I'm even impressed with Wilson Jr. He had a good game. What's up, Donald Bernal? How you doing, sir? Yeah, the team came to play. The 49ers rallied. Oh, real quick. One of the things that I wanted to bring to light was this. For whatever reason, Kyle Nelson mentally wasn't with us today. We missed 2 extra points. One of them we were able to get back on a face pull. The other one we did not get. But did you guys see Kittle and Robbie Gould surround Nelson, rally around Nelson, and try to encourage him? I love how our players care for one another. I like how our players take care of each other. That's the kind of locker room that I like.